What's going on, everybody, and welcome to King Crusoe VODs, my gaming channel primarily, where here soon I'm going to be posting all of the backlog of VODs of Let's Play stuff that I did on my main channel back a few years ago. This time around, we're going to be doing something a little bit different in the sense that instead of posting those old videos, I'm actually going to be starting a new Let's Play, so to speak, except this one is going to be with one of my best friends. Playing Remnant from the Ashes, in case you couldn't tell from the title. I have already played this game before. I've played over 100 hours worth of the game, so I know my way around it very well. Josh, my friend who I'm going to be playing with, is relatively new to the game, though. For this first video, it's going to be a little bit shorter. It's just going to be me recording through the tutorial with my new character on my PC rig, since normally I play this game on console. And then the rest of the videos after this is going to be me playing alongside Josh for his runs. So that's basically what's going to be going on in this video. But other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and head right into the game here in just a second once I get some stuff set up, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, we are now in game, and I'm about to create my new character for my playthrough with Josh. So let's start off with the created character. My main character on my console playthroughs was a male, so I think this time around I'm going to go with a female. Okay, I'm going for heads. What shape do I want her to look like? Not entirely sure, to be honest. I think this is the one that I'm going to stick with here. Hairstyle, I'm gonna stick with the one that I have. Maybe let me look through a couple of these others and make sure that I don't want something different. I might run this one. That wouldn't look too bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this hairdo. I think this one works for me. This, as a matter of fact, was actually a hairdo that I was running with for a little bit of my life before my hair became too thin and sparse for it to work, so then I just started shaving bald because it didn't work. I think I like the more brilliant red color for the hair, so now let's look at the eye color, sorry. What eyes do I want you to have? Do I want the blue and gray like I normally like? I kind of like this sort of aqua greenish color. That actually looks really nice. So let's go with the skin tone. That looks way too green. This one I like. This one. This one's a little bit more ashen of a color. Oh, that's very bright. Wow. I think this is the color I like, actually, so I think that looks best, so I'm gonna do that. What about the scar? I don't want anything too crazy for the scar on her face. That's really subtle. I think scar 1 is just no scar at all, so it's also relatively subtle. See, I want something that's like a mix between the subtle and the bold. See, like, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much. So is that. I kind of like this one. I don't hate that one. I think I'm going to go with 8. That works for me. Voice.
What's this doing here?
Huh. This looks like it was important once.
That voice reminds me a bit too much of Aaron from Wandering In, so no.
I wonder what this is.
What's this doing here?
This looks like it could be useful.
I'm thinking either one or two.
Important. Once.
I think I'll stick with voice 1. That works. And then we're going to do just a standard game mode. I'm not going to do hardcore because, I mean, I think I should do a hardcore run at some point since I love this game so much, but I'm not going to do that for now. Difficulty, I'm also just going to stick at normal. I've actually never done anything above normal because with this game, even with maxed out character, like I ran through the world 7 times or something like that with my character on console, and the difficulty of some of the bosses in that game, even with the character who had gone through the world 7 times and was, fully kitted out, even some of those bosses were still difficult. I'm not ready for doing a little bit more than normal for now, especially since I'm going to be playing with Josh, so I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to skip the tutorial because that is the purpose of this video, is to record through the tutorial with the new character so that I can kind of get back in the groove with the game. So let's go ahead and play offline for now with the new character. See if it'll let me select what my... I guess I can't select my my class yet.
That you must discover. Our last hope sailed this sea before you, in search of an end to the beasts that have hunted us for generations. An end was found, or so we thought, when the dragon rose into the sky like a phoenix, blazing in flames of agony. But our hero never came home. Only the storm, the beasts, the unshakable dread that something had twisted and turned. Your journey will not be easy. Storm swirls round the dragon's tower like a shroud. The dragon may be dead, but in its ashes, I fear something else has awoken. You will fight for every step. You must reach the tower, learn what became of our warrior, face what lurks within. When our last hope fails, another shall take its place. So long as we have breath.
And here we go, we are washed up on shore. I think the biggest pity of this game, in my opinion, is that the story is not too in-depth. It's not too great, but to be fair, the story I don't think was ever really the focus of this game. I think always the point of this game was, the gameplay, and on that front, I think it heavily succeeds. So let me go into the options real quick, and, set. I don't want to be running at that high of a resolution, because I don't even have a monitor that can display it. So I'll do that. I guess I'll do that. Then everything else I want on, Ultra, since I have a PC that can run it now. Okay. That should work. There we go. That's a better FOV. What in the world was that? Okay. Oh. This works. See if I can remember some of the controls. I think I might have had the tutorial prompts turned off because I was running some tests the other day, so let me go find some of that real quick. There we go. Have these turned on at least for the purpose of the tutorial. So RT to do melee attack. Alrighty. X, so that's square, because for whatever reason this game isn't set up with PlayStation controls in mind on PC for some reason. Alrighty. I understand how consumables work. I'm actually going to go ahead and change that. Assign the quick select down, because that's what I'm used to. I guess I'll click my down to restore health, because that's where I have it set. Be walking up. I'm thinking the game looks a little bit dark at the moment, so let me actually see if I can change that just a little bit. I'm used to playing games a little bit brighter than they're naturally set at, mostly because I'm in an area where the darkness doesn't work. So, looks like we're about to fight something. I'm pretty sure something jump scares you out this window. Yep, I was right. Okay. There we go. There's one enemy down. I remembered that jump scare too. Somehow. I'm surprised I remembered the tutorial at all. It's been so long since I played it. There's all this. Okay. Right. Let's see. I think that dead zone feels a little bit weird, so let me see if I can fix that as well. That's in here. I don't know if increasing it or decreasing it is what you're supposed to do. Yeah, that still feels a bit off. Nope. There we go. The enemies saw me. And then, what's the other setting? Let me go to... Should be somewhere in the sensitivity of stuff, I would think. Horizontal camera sensitivity, I'm going to want a bit higher. Sorry, I have stick drift in my the right stick on my controller, so that's why it's doing weird stuff. Horizontal aiming sensitivity, I'm going to want a bit higher. Guess I'll do this and see how that works for me. Okay. Yep, there we go. That's not good. Okay. Oh, there we go. Now I'm dead, and it's going to take me to the main area. I thought I'd survive longer than that, but the enemies see you and they're waiting down there. You don't really have much chance in that tutorial.
Hurry up, be okay.
We got company! Move! Move!
You're awake. Hi there.
This music I'm very familiar with.
Whoa,
I've spent
take it
many
slow.
hours listening to it.
You got hurt real bad. You don't want to start bleeding again, do you?
See, let me ask who you are, because I
Wallace.
know very well where I am,
wanted to see you.
although you may not.
I asked the commander if I could. Oh, Commander Ford and Mr. Wriggler found you outside. They brought you here. But they said Mark wasn't coming back.
Who's Mark?
Never mind.
I don't think I even know who Mark is.
The commander said you should come see her when you woke up. She's in the room down the hall. She'll find a place for you. Everyone's got a place. I'll see you later.
Okay. Alrighty, I've got an overlay set up to be able to look at some of my stuff going on for the moment. Let's go ahead and break some stuff and gather some scrap, because I tend to do a lot of that. I think my normal playthroughs of this game, every single time I'd run through and do a run of the world, I would be breaking literally everything to get as much scrap as possible. Oh, that's the wrong button. Whenever I see X, I instinctively click the X button on PlayStation, which is different than the X on controller, so, you know, that's how it goes. Let's go ahead and read this. December 15th, 1968, Lieutenant Evelyn Cedar, one of only 7 survivors to make it off the atoll. We had to abandon Ward 16 and retreat to Central here in Ward 13. That's where we are. Everyone else, they're all dead. Harsgard, Neville, Green, Parker, Mackenzie, every last one of them is gone. We're the only ones left. The Root invaded Ward 13 too. There are bodies everywhere. Root and human both. Thankfully, The root left for some reason. The place is abandoned. The dreamers are gone. That's where the root came for. Or that's what the root came for, sorry. I don't know how I know that, but I'm certain of it. The root and the dreamers are connected somehow. I can feel it. When the dreamers were killed, the root no longer had a reason to stay. Captain Ford, Commander Ford now, I guess, says we're holding up here while we figure out our next move. He's fixed the crystal so nothing can follow us from the atoll, and there are only a few physical entrances. It should be defensible as long as we need it. It's a hell of a Hanukkah. Oh, I guess there's several more pages. I'm not going to go through and read all of it. But I will go ahead and scroll through all of it on screen so that you can pause and read it if you would like, because it's a lot more pages than I would like to read, at least on screen for now. It's a lot of time that I don't feel like I need to be spending. Like I said, if you want to pause at points, you are perfectly free to do so, just to be able to read these. Alrighty. Now that we've read some of the lore, we will break a couple more boxes and gather a bit more scrap. And then we will explore a bit more of the ward. There's a lot of people here that are capable of talking to, but I'm probably not going to, because most of them, I don't think any of these characters here really actually matter in terms of the story, at least not in this area of the ward. So I'm not going to bother speaking to them. This one I'll speak to.
I got my eye on you. Don't try nothing.
Okay.
Well, not a soul here who ain't hurting with folk they've lost.
Okay, never mind, I guess I won't talk to him. But of course I won't try nothing. What would I try? Good question. Look around up here. Okay. Break some more boxes just for the heck of it. Scrap is always nice. Other materials such as iron is always nice as well. Okay. Well, let's head this direction. Not gonna bother talking to these guys yet, because I need to talk to the commander, who is up here. Oh, I didn't know my stamina had applicability here. Okay.
Well, well. Look who's awake. I figured you for dead. Riggs and I barely pulled you out of that mess.
Where is my weapon? Because I know who you
Riggs
are.
Downstairs. If everything checks out here, I'll see you get it back. I'm Commander Ford.
Okay.
This is my base, and you, friend, are an unexpected guest. It's my job to know the kind of people I bring into Ward 13. We haven't seen a living soul on that shore for weeks. You will tell me why you were really out there, or we'll let the root have you.
Okay, that's drastic. Trying to get to that island tower across the water. I'll go ahead and tell you.
No one has been in that tower in a very long time, but you've got no chance of getting there in this storm. Truth is, the ward has been cut off. We had to block the gates after we dragged you in. The root are everywhere. But now that you're here, I have an idea.
Of course
Tell you
you
what,
do.
You want to leave? You'll have to do something for us first.
Alright,
First, we
what
need
can I do?
power. That storm knocked out our reactor recently. With enough power, we might be able to activate another way out of here.
another way out.
Not a door, exactly. And it may not even work. The reactor is on the lower basement level. There's a stairwell that leads down to it. Get it running, then come back here.
Okay, why trust me
Because
with
I'm
this?
not losing any more of my people today. We already lost a man down there a few days ago. I suspect the Root have found a way in. Go check in with Riggs about your blade. I don't imagine your fists will do much against the Root.
Interesting.
You do this for us, and I'll make sure you get out of here.
Alrighty, I suppose I will trust you for the moment. See what snooping around your place can get me. 7 scrap, or 8? Okay. I suppose that works.
The sooner the power's back on, the faster you can get out of here.
Alright, I'll go downstairs and fix stuff. Let me talk to Riggs.
Hey, it's good to see you on your feet again. Welcome to Ward 13.
Yeah, well, I feel awful.
I did what I could to patch you up. You seem like a tough one, though. Name's Wriggler. Most everyone calls me Riggs. Well, your, sword was pretty banged up in the fight. Not much I could do with it, I'm afraid. The blade was shattered when we found you. Mostly scrap metal at this point. Think I remember Ace
Scrap's
mentioned
useful.
she found a few weapons out in the city. Maybe she'll help you out. Well, last I heard, Ace went down to check out the reactor. Good luck down there.
So I'm not even going to get
Hope we
my
get our
weapon or
power back
class?
soon.
What the heck,
Can't get
man?
much done without
Do
it.
you have
Got
anything
nothing
for me?
ya.
That's a pretty definitive answer. Okay. I will leave you alone then. Let's go this direction because this is where I need to go. Okay, let me break a box.
Place around here. Hey, friend. The actor's just through that door and down the stairs. Keep your wits about you.
I forget what this guy's name is, but I love him. One of my favorite NPCs in the game, to be honest. What's this? Oh, directory. Controls, level 1, reactor B1, ward 13, B2, research B3. Okay, so I'm trying to get to the reactor, so I just need to be on B1. So that's going to be this first level here. Yep. This is the reactor level.
Where are you? I swear, if you try scaring me, I'll...
This should be Ace.
What? Where the hell did you come from?
Where do you think?
You nearly scared the life out of me. No one else wandering around down here. You're not from around here, are you? Name's Ace.
Clearly not.
Ace Cotterill? You? That
I'm
right?
looking for the
Well,
reactor.
you found it. Starting that relic could mean trouble, though. So, you ever start a reactor?
I'm not going to ask how hard it could be because I work at a power plant. It's not a nuclear power plant, but I know there's a lot of processes to start those up.
It makes a lot of noise
And
for
nuclear is only
starters.
more
Lucky
complicated,
for
so
you, just the press of a button on the terminal above us. Would have done it myself, but without knowing what might come sniffing around. With the two of us, though.
right,
Maybe
because
we
starting
got
a
a chance.
radioactive reactor is
Okay, so I have an
absolutely going
idea.
to be that
You go
easy to
upstairs
start up,
and
but
start the
whatever.
Reactor. I'll help you kill whatever comes our way. You probably need a weapon, huh?
Sure.
See if I can find you something.
Alrighty, let's select an archetype then. The ex-cultist was what I did in my first playthrough with my first character, and I actually kept that armor for the entirety of my playthrough, and in fact I might still want to do that just because I like the armor and the way that it looks, even though it's not fantastic. But with that being said, I might want a different primary. This starts off with the shotgun and hot shot mod. Imbues their ammunition with fire. Get a coach gun. I'm not a big fan of the coach gun. It's like a sort of in between of the shotgun and kind of like not a sniper, but like it's a really powerful weapon. It holds 2 shots and each of those shots is great. It's a very good weapon against a couple bosses in particular. But otherwise, I'm not the biggest fan of it. But it does have the Mender's Aura, and that is a fantastic mod. That is an amazing mod. What about this? Hunting rifle, which is a better... I would prefer to have the hunting rifle over the coach gun, but man, the Mender's Aura is such a good mod, and I think it was the mod that I had attached to my secondary weapon for the entirety of my playthrough. Basically the entirety of all my, 100+ hours on my other characters. So I'm going to go ahead and select the ex-cultist for the mod and not so much for the weapon. So now let me go ahead and equip a mod, or I guess they're not going to allow me to equip a mod yet. Interesting. I guess I'll get that later. Guess I won't get the armor for the class yet either. Strange. Oh well.
Get up there and start the reactor.
Okay. I'm getting there. Okay, I think I can go ahead and turn off the tutorial prompts, because I pretty well remember stuff now. I'm up here. Oh. Alrighty. View fault logs and run system tests and whatnot. Viewing fault logs and other stuff like that is always fun on certain computers in the game because you can get a lot of lore that way, but that's not entirely what this playthrough's for, so... Initialize the reactor. That is what I need to do. Okay. Yeah, I would prefer to have the hunting rifle here, but... See, it is a pretty powerful weapon, but... I prefer to stick farther away from my enemies, so I actually main a hunting rifle and or sniper for this game most of the time, at least in my initial playthrough. Oh, there you are. And the coach gun sort of requires you to be a bit closer to the enemies, and I prefer not to do that, just because you can get absolutely destroyed a bit too easily in this game. Especially when it comes to bosses, because a lot of them just spawn ads upon ads.
Stay down.
Okay, maybe I should have selected voice too. That's the voice that I'm going to have to listen to. That's not fantastic, but whatever. Of course I'm still with you. What do you think I am? Okay, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this voice, but I'll get used to it, I suppose. You suspect the route has gotten a way in, you say, Commander Ford? Well, yeah, they have a very easy way in. It's not exactly super secure in here. Oh, okay. That is the spawn of an elite enemy. Oh, yep, there it is. It's the one that burns. Oh, there's an enemy right behind me. Lovely. There we go. That is all of them. Perfect.
There. That should do it. You fought good. Real good. Ford made the right choice sending you down here. You best go check in with Ford. Come visit my shop sometime, yeah? I'll make sure to give you the good in a fight discount.
Good in a fight discount. Not sure what that means, but I'll take it. I gotta return to Commander Ford again. Lovely. Okay. Not been down this stairway. Let's see if there's anything that I can grab in here. Anything I can look at. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, also just going to kind of warn anybody watching. I tend to be a completionist, so I tend to do a lot of stuff, even if it's kind of nitty-gritty. I'm not going to try to do too much of that in this playthrough, especially since I'll be playing with Josh, and, you know, depending on what he's keen to do, I'm most likely going to follow his lead just because of that. But I did feel like I should warn you a little bit ahead of time, just in case. Because some people don't like it when the people they watch lollygag a bit, and I'm prone to lollygagging.
You're risking a lot for folks you don't know, stranger.
My mission is more important than the
You're
risks.
trying to get yourself to that little island, yeah? Word moves fast when there ain't many words left around here. Listen, friend,
That's one way to put it.
I know you don't know me from a can of paint, but I want to help. You got a feeling of destiny about you. You're gonna save the world, ain't you?
I'll try, I suppose.
Here, I want you to have this. Not many people can keep their spirits out there in the world. An old friend told me this little bauble could keep even death at bay. At least for a while. And if you're looking to buy other treasures for your travels, come see me. Ace has got her own space over there. Between us, we got all sorts of treasures. With that stone there, free of charge. Take good care of it.
Thanks
Oh,
for the
one more
help,
thing.
sir.
Ellen, Commander Ford, she knows more about that island than she lets on. Ask her about the founder of Ward 13. She'll get you on your path. You picked a hell of a time to visit.
Oh, I just realized he's wearing a little pin. That top one said we shall endure or whatever it said, but then the one right next to it, that's sort of the red one in there, says Gunfire Games, which is the developer of the game. I didn't even notice that prior to now.
Good to see a new face around here.
Okay, this has a lot to do with DLC stuff. This we'll get to a little bit later in the game. Always boxes to break, but I won't waste too much time with that. Let's talk to Ace real quick, see if there's anything.
Been a while since I was in a fight like that. Been a while since I was in a fight
Okay,
like that.
you don't have anything to give me.
Why don't you go talk to Ellen?
I guess I have to go talk to
Don't you
Commander
wanna
Ford
venture
first. Alrighty. Let's run a bit through here. I'll talk to you a bit. I suppose you'll just tell me to talk to Commander Ford first before I can get my armor. So let me do
Glad
that.
to see you got the reactor running. And I see Reggie gave you the dragon heart. He wouldn't part with an artifact that powerful without a good reason.
He thinks I have a destiny.
I imagine he said I could help you. Fair
Sure did.
Reggie may play the old fool, but his judgment is rarely off the mark. You've proven yourself reliable, stranger. I'm willing to help you get on your way.
I'll
But
take what
doubt
help
you'll
I
last
can
long
get.
out there without help. Go see Riggs and McCabe downstairs. They'll fit you with better gear. Come see me afterwards.
Okay, there we go. Now I can talk to them to get my stuffs. The armor. Perfect.
Hey, friend. Thanks for getting the power back on. Ford mentioned we should help you get sorted for the city, as a thanks for getting us out of a bind. Maybe we can put your old blade to good use after all. Let me look.
Oh, that's quite a bit of scrap, so I'll take that. So these are my current weapons. Okay, to upgrade. Let's look at the armor. I don't want to do any upgrades with this armor at all. Like, I do not care. Oh, they're max level anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, if I'm going to upgrade anything here, I'm not going to upgrade the repeater pistol. Because I forget when I'm able to get a submachine gun, but that will be my sidearm. Once I am able to get that, that'll be my primary sidearm for the rest of the playthrough. So I'll go ahead and upgrade the coach gun. Once, I suppose. Yeah, just for the sake of, getting it more powerful. I suppose I will upgrade the pistol because I will still be using it for a good while, so it's not,
All right.
you know, horribly unworthy of being
take this.
upgraded.
It's not the strongest stuff, but more protection than what you've got.
Absolutely.
Ah, there you go. A bit sturdier. Every little bit counts out there.
I'll take it. Okay. Can you even spare the supplies?
It's true. We don't have much, but you did right by us. Best we do right by you. If you need any weapon upgrades in the future, come see me. McCabe over there will help you out with the augments for your gear. But, stick to business talk. You know, she's not much for chat beyond her work.
Alrighty. Well, I've got these now, and that's probably going to be the armor that I wear for the rest of the game, except for maybe a random encounter or two, so get used to how that
So
looks.
you're the stray Ford was talking about. Said we should get you equipped for the city. Doesn't make sense to me, giving away good parts for nothing. Apparently taking out a few root is enough for our commander, though. Ford's gonna give my time to every stray who wanders in, and we're having words. I'm McCabe. I'm the engineer. And you're a pain in my ass. I'm not some scrap peddler, got it? I don't upgrade trash.
Got
Alright,
it.
then. Let's see what we're dealing with here. This'll help keep you on your feet, along with anyone else fool enough to join you. That's all you get for now. Get me more components and I'll make more. For a fee. Now get out of here. I'm tired of your yapping jaw. Yeah.
Okay, now let's... Okay, it's already on my sidearm. That's exactly where I want it to be. And I have to return to Commander Ford again. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do that then. I went the long way, but that's fine. Let's do a few barrel rolls. Oh. Brief cutscene.
Good to see you more equipped. Riggs and McCabe do good work. I hope this will be enough to get you on your way. We can't leave by the gates now, but the founder, my grandfather, gave me this key years ago. He said we should only use it when there's no other choice. Well, we are out of choices. Considering you stuck your neck out for us, it seems fitting you do the honors. Take it. There's a terminal downstairs in the main room.
That
Use the
lucky.
key there. With any luck, we can get the thing running. Well, here's hoping it doesn't.
Very reassuring of you. Alrighty. Go ahead, start that relic up, as they are wont to call it. Believe this is where I need to come to do it. Perfect. Use the key. No unauthorized access. What does the log say? Yeah, so you can get, logs on certain dates or whatnot, and that's always fun to read through, but I'm not gonna bother in this playthrough.
Really something, read about it, but I never saw it working. This red eye might be our only door to the outside world now. You want to get out of here? This is your shot.
I wonder if aspects to the lore and story of this game are sort of a reference to Dark Tower by Stephen King, just because it's that red eye and the, the etchings, I guess, on the side of that crystal look like the Crimson King's eye from that series. And that's something that I had thought about sometimes on my previous playthrough, but now I'm seeing it a little bit more, especially since I've actually read the series now and I hadn't on my first playthrough. So, that's how things go.
My grandfather was the commander before me. They called him the founder of Ward 13. He brought everyone to Ward 13 when the Root first attacked. He was determined to learn where the Root came from. He spent so much time out there, searching. And one day, he didn't come back. I never knew what happened to him. There's a room just outside the ward. All his notes, any hint of where he went, it's there. If you want to reach the atoll, he may be the last one who knew how to get there. Listen, I know this has all been a bit rough for you. Been rough for everyone. But you came through for us. For that, I'm grateful. You're welcome back anytime. Good luck.
Alrighty then. Alright, that should be the end of the tutorial. So, that right there is where I'm going to go ahead and cut off this first video in the playthrough, because the next one is likely when I am going to join Josh in his world, so that, we can play through the game for him together, and, maybe he'll join me and we'll play through online together as well. We'll kind of see what happens, but for now, this will be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching it. I hope you stick around for episode 2, which I have no clue when it's coming out, because I have no clue when this is coming out. So, things just kind of go how they go. So thank you guys for watching again. I'll be back again in the next episode of Remnant from the Ashes.